This is especially for the Cobanermites 456 community, aka the Cobanermites, folks that do not know what's going on with him right now, as he's made a new community post on his channel, and he has also made an update to his About section on his channel. To put a long story short, this channel has all the information that you need as far as what's gone on with him over the past 2 years, but as far as what's going on with him now, this is likely the result of three different things. Three different types of mental states, which is the result of his past traumas in his personal life more than anything. So essentially, he is potentially going through a manic episode, a schizophrenic episode, or a psychotic breakdown. Or it could be a mixture of all three. I am not 100% sure, but based on our research and based on what we know from his past experiences and based on things that I've personally experienced with him when he's entered any of these states, a lot of what he's doing now is very reminiscent and, in fact, very reflective of those things and as well as what we've researched. So that essentially means that what he's doing right now, he may not be fully aware of as far as his actual true self, as he might be somewhat detached and he may be experiencing things in a way that won't make much sense to other people. Or, on top of that, he is probably not meaning any of what he's saying, which is more than likely the case because a lot of the things that he's mentioned in his description on his main channel do not reflect where we are today. A lot of the stuff that he's talking about is from his past, which these things have been resolved. So I do want to speak on behalf of him in good faith in saying that the names that were mentioned in his description, the people in particular, I'm speaking to those people on the off chance you come across this video, more than likely he does not mean what he says. More than likely, this is only him currently in a mental state that is causing him to be very fixated on his past. That is essentially the results of these three different states, whether he's going through one, a mixture of two, or a mixture of all of them. It leads him to fixate on his past, and based on what I know about him off camera, off the internet, I know of his current environment, I know of the people that are surrounding him, and I know that they are not necessarily the right type of people who need to be around him. In other words, he does not have the right circle of people around him to support him, and he's also not in an environment that is going to help him prosper in a positive manner, which is what I've been trying to help him work on so that he can finally get some true semblance of peace. Because he and I have been in contact with each other since the Cobanermites recap video on this channel. And ever since then, we've been trying to, again, help get him to a better place physically. Because mentally, we tried to resolve, and we did successfully, I would say, resolve a lot of the past internet situations that took place that caused him senses of trauma and a lot of stress and just unresolved things, which we managed to essentially resolve. But the problem is that in his real personal life, he is dealing with things that have not yet finally gotten the door closed on. And because of that, and because of the diagnosis that he's been given, when he is surrounded by things that are, and I'm not going to be specific about it because this is for the sake of his personal information to not put all that out here, but based on what I know, he is surrounded by folks that are only going to trigger these types of mental episodes. So what I would say is, based on what I know, his life should not be in danger. I know that a lot of people in this community have experienced what he's gone through previously, so they may be concerned about that, and I understand where you're coming from. But based on what I know, his life should not be in danger. However, this does mean, though, that he may be speaking on things that won't make too much sense to all of you, or rather may seem random and may not seem to have much cohesion or have any context. But a big part of these things is just coming from the fact that he is most likely, based on my deduction, not necessarily in his right mind at the moment. And this has been going on for over a week because I've been in contact with him before these things have taken place. It's just unfortunate that he took to his main channel to now do this, because a lot of those folks on his main channel would not know any of what's happened, unfortunately. Only a very small portion of his community is up to date and has been actively looking into it, which is those who have already here on this channel. I do ask that the community share this video out to give the context to literally a 1 million sub channel, to try to get it out to as many of these folks as possible so that they are not out of the loop, so that they have some context on what's going on, because otherwise it's just going to leave people confused, and I don't think it's fair for people to just be completely in the dark about what's happening. So again, if you're able and willing, share this video out, let people know who don't know that this is the channel to go to actually get some kind of answers. We have a Discord, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram to try to keep you all in the loop about everything that's going on. I will be actively doing so. Again, I am Ren. I have been in contact with him, Cobanermites456, Coban. I've been in contact with him since 2022, and I will do everything in my power to help him out through this current time to ideally bring him a positive outcome. So that being said, in the meantime, please stay safe no matter where it is you live or go. Please take care both mentally and physically. It's two sides of the same coin. You must take care of both. I wish you and your loved ones all well, and I send my love and best wishes. And until the next update, peace, Cobanermites. I'll do my best.